WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly.
Enough is enough, and it's time for a change!
I can't believe I'm putting my voice to this.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Thank you for your irrelevant opinion.
And now, here's your host of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon Derry.
The first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say. I'm a broadcast journalist. I have a right to my opinion.
Oh, son of a...
I am the best on this microphone, in that ring, even at commentary.
There's the sound of the bell, and that means we are off. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Joined as ever by Nick Cataldi behind the board.
Yeah.
The intern has returned, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, the intern. Lucas the intern is back as well, and I'm your host, Fearon Derry, with kicking things off, unfortunately, with a little bit of bad news. We're on with you today until 12:30, thanks to the state championship for softball. Ewing competing against, of course I can't see it on here, something Hills. Yes, that'll be coming up at the bottom of the hour. Initially it was scheduled for 12:30.
Yes.
And
Something Hills, a very exclusive area, I've heard. Yeah.
Okay, got some microphone issues. I think we've do we got you on here?
Yeah.
There we go. There's
okay,
Lucas.
Yeah.
Buttons
Something
and
Hills,
things.
very exclusive area, I've heard.
You know, and I don't have those kind of notes in front of me. I do have notes about all other kinds of things, including the heel turn that none of us saw coming. Seth Rollins turning on the
chair
Shield.
shot heard round the world. See what I did there?
Yeah, I saw it. Fortunately, I didn't feel it because that would have hurt.
Yeah. But, that's really... I mean,
What a way to close Raw.
If you really think about it, though, that was the perfect person to bring over because Seth Rollins was the architect. He was the peacekeeper of the Shield. Whenever Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose were about to go head-to-head, Seth Rollins was the one that stepped in and was
he kept the Shield united.
And he was probably the best talker on the microphone out of the three of them.
Very underrated because, I mean, both of the others, he's kind of just been lying in the weeds a little bit.
And
Dean Ambrose had a lot of internet attention prior to his being brought into the WWE, and Roman Reigns, just the size of him.
Yeah, but the funny thing was Seth basically sort of saved the matchups if you really think about it for both ones, because...
Well, there was his New Jack dive during Extreme Rules.
Yeah, and that sort of... Batista was looking like, what? And then Roman Reigns comes in with the Superman punch. Let's see. He does a diving crossbody onto them from the Titantron. And then he also, as Triple H is about to hit Roman Reigns... or hit somebody with a hammer, Seth Rollins comes in and just does a flying knee off the rope, and then Roman Reigns...
Oh, that springboard knee, yes.
He came in to save the matchup, so you take out Seth Rollins, the Shield implodes.
As it seems to have, but not before they beat Evolution.
Twice.
Well, yeah.
And then...
clean sweep at Payback, the one prediction we got wrong.
Yeah, that was a... you know what? I'm all right with getting those predictions wrong with the Shield.
You've been on a tear the last couple of months. I mean, in the last two pay-per-views, you're a combined 13-2.
Yeah.
13 out of 15.
I'm that good.
I happen to agree with you on all those.
Yeah.
But, yeah, as you're looking over your shoulder, I'm not exactly sure why.
Yeah, you were looking at the door like, is somebody here? Is my mom here or something? I didn't do anything. You're going to get cute.
Yeah, no, where's the drop?
You're going to get me in trouble, and I didn't even do anything.
Oh, goodness. But, yes, for those who missed Payback this past week, the mask versus hair match. That's right, the Luchas de Apuestas match.
Matches with...
wagers. Matches with wagers,
yeah.
Yes. El Torito beating Hornswoggle, so now Hornswoggle, well, he was shaved bald, although he did show up wearing an afro wig.
He didn't actually have all... He had, some of the hair in the back still, I thought.
Well, from the pay-per-view, but I didn't catch that part, I'll admit. I kind of fast-forwarded through...
Yeah.
I don't know. There's only so much of El Torito and Los Matadores and 3MB. I mean, as much as I like Heath Slater, he's a proud papa a second time over. I don't know if you heard about that or read about that.
Proud papa.
Like, he had a baby.
Okay,
well, his wife had a baby, but you know what I mean. He's a father
does look
once
like the
again.
Wendy's girl. I am gonna say he does look like the Wendy's girl.
Just because he has long red hair. I mean, come on now.
No, it's the face too. Really.
It's the face?
Yeah, it's the face. He looks like the Wendy's girl.
Well, it's because of the freckles. I mean, how many people with red hair do you know that don't have freckles?
Okay, I'm sorry. You're just giving up excuses because you like Heath Slater, okay? That's like with me and Cena. I see right through it. I read in between the lines. Okay, just stop.
Well, no, I'm just picking on your stereotyping. That's all I'm doing. All right,
Like
Sheamus is still your U.S. champ, pinning Cesaro, Ryback in a bonus match, beating Cody Rhodes and Goldust, and now there's an angle. Cody Rhodes doesn't feel that he's the right partner for Goldust, so he actually...
Well, apparently neither is Sin Cara.
Yeah, he handpicked Sin Cara and that for Raw, and that didn't exactly go over well. So I don't know. Rusev crushed, as we figured. Big E. Wow, where is how the mighty have fallen with Big E? I guess that little bit of attention that Vince was giving him disappeared quickly.
It's all of a sudden Rusev now. No more Alexander Rusev. No more It's really starting
to annoy you.
Piss me off because I'm about as pissed off as Jeff Jarrett right now because
don't swing any guitars, please.
I mean, I didn't bring mine today.
That's good.
But
that's very good.
First of all, it's Antonio.
He's keeping it simple. He's keeping it simple for the youngins.
Names, but it's like he's got a problem with proper names like Antonio Cesaro now. Cesaro, Big E Langston, now Big E. And Alexander Rusev is just now Rusev. It's sort of starting to aggravate me a lot.
So are you waiting for John Cena to just be Cena?
Well, I feel like everybody's already just said Cena.
Well, true. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. Yeah, there's a lot of that. And then another impromptu match thrown on the pay-per-view, which was more of an angle than a match because Kofi Kingston and your boy, Bo Dallas.
Oh, he's not my boy.
You mean you're not a Bo Lever?
I will slap you in the face. I will reach across the face.
All you have to do is believe.
Shut up. Why can't he just shut up? It's not fair. Why do we have to be subjected to this crap?
No, I haven't gotten into TNA yet.
Okay, that was good.
Bad News Barrett, he's still your Intercontinental champ. And wow. So forget the chair shot around, the slap
and
just the Stephanie McMahon. Just wow. She
destroyed CM Punk.
Yeah,
it
no
was
pun.
amazing.
Okay, pun mostly intended. The Chicago crowd at Payback.
I love Stephanie McMahon.
First of all, I have to give out a little bit to the Chicago crowd. Daniel Bryan, this big angle, is he going to surrender the WWE World Heavyweight Championship? And yeah, they cut his manhood by chanting CM Punk during this whole thing is going on. And Steph, it was almost as if she was waiting for it because she said, "You hear that? The fans want you to quit, just like CM Punk did." And you could hear the collective air just be taken out of the arena.
Oh, and I was just you may have seen my Facebook post, but it's just like it sickens me. The state of the fans these days, where they're going to cheer for CM Punk, a man who walked out on his contract. Plain and simple. He walked out on his contract early. And you know what? I love Punk, but it sort of aggravates me that he did this. And he basically said, "I'm not going to be there," because he's across the city watching the Blackhawks, who lost. Ha, karma is a female dog.
Or, based on what Bree said, karma is a Stephanie.
Yeah,
very good.
And it's just like, he's not there. He's not going to come back for a very long time. Well, not very long. He's not going to come back for a while. Not this year, definitely. I can't even say 2015. It's just, they're cheering for somebody who walked down on his contract, other than Daniel Bryan, who has never violated his contract. He never walked out on the fans. He's always going to be here for the fans. Even if he's injured, he still shows up to Raw. And it's just like...
I know. It feels like people were behind him for so long, and now it's kind of like, yeah, you've got the title. All right. Let's cheer for someone else. Let's cheer for someone else.
Like, I think it was Joseph Anthony.
Yeah.
He said that and it's a good point, Joseph. I'm giving you props. The fans only cheer to put themselves over these days. That's who the fans care about. They don't care who's the baby face and the heel. They're going to cheer and boo whoever they want because they just want to get their 15 seconds of fame.
And generally they tend to, yeah. Oh, goodness. And well, also from Payback, John Cena and Bray Wyatt in the Last Man Standing match, you know they worked hard when you could get a Chicago crowd to chant "This is awesome" during a John Cena match. You
can't see that coming now, can you, Fearon?
And you put your hand in front of your face and everything.
Yeah.
I'm ready to put my hand on my forehead, Picard style.
Shut up. I was waiting for that pun to come out. You understand? You couldn't see that coming. I'm sorry.
You should be sorry. Paige beating Alicia Fox, moving on to retain the Divas title. Control yourself.
No, I hate Alicia Fox. I really do. I don't understand why they're giving her a push.
Yeah, maybe because Tamina is under the knife, and she's going to be out for a little while. More on that story in a little bit, and we'll be able to. This just in, some breaking news. We'll be able to get into a few more of those stories as we are tentatively set now for a 12:40 start. So what was initially supposed to be about 10 minutes is now bumped up to about 35.
Back to what I was saying about Alicia Fox. I really hope the next time she gets up on that barricade, she slips and knocks the wind, and she falls and gets the wind knocked out of her. I really don't like her.
Not a fan of Alicia Fox.
No, why are they giving her a push? Why is she? It's like watching a 5-year-old.
Well, I mean, Tantrums in wrestling are nothing new. I mean, we've seen it from Christian 10 years ago.
Vicky Guerrero and all that. That was funny. Alicia Fox is just sad.
Even in a way, I mean, you want to talk about temper tantrums of what looks like a 5 or in this case a 2-year-old. I mean, look at Earthquake's setup to the big one from back in the day. I mean, that was setting up for the big whoopsie.
What about Batista? I understand. Like, that was a silent thing. We should talk about Batista a little bit, considering we have the time. And
well, I was going to get into that next, as the last match of the pay-per-view was the Shield and Evolution.
Well,
timing. It's a thing.
Things now.
You have to.
I never knew.
The state of Blutista's outfit.
I tweeted at the Blue Meanie. I'm like, is he going to be your surprise? So you're going to be your
tag partner at Wrestling with Disaster next Saturday?
Yeah. I'm just like, hashtag the newest member of the BW.
The Blue World Order, yes.
The Blutista.
Yeah, hashtag Bluetista was all over Twitter Sunday night. Even if he had just come out with the blue trunks and blue boots, it wouldn't have been so bad. But I think what threw people off was the blue Allen Iverson arm sleeves, for lack of a better term.
He wears Jordans in the ring now. That, I don't even know if I can say it on radio, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. If you don't know if you can say it or not, then don't.
Let's just say I've
gone 244 episodes without having to use the dump button. Please don't make me use it now.
It's a singular use of hardware. Let's just say he looks like...
Yes. Oh, well... Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you can say tool.
Okay, he looked like a complete and utter tool.
Okay, I wasn't sure where you were. All right, that's good, though. You found a way to get around it. It's been hanging around me way too long.
I learned from the best.
Yes, but I mean, there have been pictures of everything of comparing Batista to, my favorite was Mega Man. Liked that one, as well as Leonardo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. With the blue bandana.
You know what? Your friend Brett, though, man, I'm giving a lot of shout-outs today for some reason. I feel like being...
You're throwing props everywhere.
Your friend Brett, I think that's a good point. He's just wearing the blue so he can... Because that's the color of his character.
The color of his character in Guardians of the Galaxy. Was it Drax the Destroyer?
Yeah.
I'm not a big Marvel guy, so...
Maybe we should ask AJ. I miss her so much. Why'd you have to marry Punk? Why?
Well, she hasn't yet, but those wedding bell blues are coming soon enough. There we go. Play the Fifth Dimension in tributes at some point. Oh, gosh. No, not those bells. Doggone it. All right, some other things to tell you about. We mentioned it just a minute or so ago. We're 1 week away from Wrestling with Disaster, the final cut. Your chance to be a part of history is the last filming for the Wrestling with Disaster documentary. You can do so by being in attendance. It all starts with lights, camera, action, the autograph session from 3 to 6 p.m., then Wrestling with Disaster. Had a little dusty moment there. Wrestling with Disaster.
Your Dusty Tourette's.
Apparently.
Your NWA Tourette's got a hold of you.
Wrestling with Disaster, the final cut. The card held in the 2300 Arena, formerly known as the ECW Arena on Swanson and Rittner in South Philly. That starts at 7 o'clock, going till roughly 10, and then the That's a Wrap after party, where you can party with the stars of Wrestling with Disaster.
Party like it's 1999. Yes, that was an ECW joke.
And the year I graduated high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to party like you were in high school, but it'll be legal.
So I'll be in the corner just people watching all night? Is that where you're going with this?
So I would be that way too, Fran. You're not alone. It's
for once. All right, to get your tickets for how the heck did we... You know what? I'm better off not asking. To get your tickets for any of the events next Saturday, June 14th, go to WrestlingWithDisaster.com and be sure to look for a couple of goofy nerds, one with a giant afro, and that'll be us folks. Yeah, we'll be at it.
Wait, so it's just...
Definitely.
So there's going to be people other than the wrestlers at the after party, I'm guessing?
Well, yeah, whoever bought a ticket.
Oh.
I'll see what I can do about sneaking you in since it's 21 and up.
I thought it was just exclusivity. Like, you were going to be with the wrestlers, and I was going to be like, can you let me in?
Yeah.
Come on, we know each other. Come on. Don't do this to me, Ferran. Don't do this.
Foiled my plan. Anyway, here's the card lineup. Bilvis Wesley of Monster Factory and ECW fame taking on ECW alum Danny Doring. You've got a triple threat match between Jimmy Jacked Cash, Luis the Punisher Martinez. We'll talk a little bit more about him in a minute. And Cryptic Keegan. You got the Blue Meanie representing the BWO in a six-man tag match against the Monster Factory.
The Forgotten Ones unite once.
Brutal Joe Gibson. He's made some attention for himself this past week. He takes on Dr. Lamar Porter, and now the Monster Factory Heavyweight Championship will be on the line in that match based on his actions this past Saturday, which I'll get into in a little bit. You've got Lance Anoa'i facing Corey Castle, good friend of the show here. Angel Medina with Tony DeVito taking on Tyler Fullington. I know you don't know Tyler Fullington all that well. The son of the Sandman from ECW.
Really? Do you think Sandman's going to make an appearance then?
Yes, he will be in Tyler's corner. How about that?
I'm getting a pet. I'm getting.
Oh no!
Oh, you need to bring the kendo stick and get that sign now. You really need to.
I will see what I can do. But yes, it's weird though. I mean, Tyler Fullington, all grown up. I remember seeing him as the 7-year-old as part of the angle where he turned on his dad and joined with Raven. And scary to think that was 17, 18 years ago, and now he's like in his mid-20s. I don't know. It'd be a nice homecoming in that regard. I used to do the Sandman entrance before I went out for soccer. Like, when I was on the sidelines, I would take a water bottle, drink it, smash it on my head, and just... I swear to God, that's what I did. It was fun. I did it with Gatorade one time, though, and it was... That explains a lot as far as the state of your head trauma. Wait, was it a plastic bottle? Yeah, it was a plastic bottle. Okay, you still have a chance then. Barely, but yeah. The franchise Shane Douglas going against Pitbull Gary Wolf in a dog collar match. Of course, Gary Wolf going for revenge on Shane Douglas for breaking his neck back in '96. Or was it 90? Yeah, it was 90. Yeah. Oh, it will be. Dog collar matches are brutal. That's why you don't see them all that often in modern day professional wrestling. The Samoans take on the Powers of Pain, the Warlord and the Barbarian. Be nice to see the Warlord. I've never seen him before, in person. So that'll be a fun one. And in a triple threat match, Sabu taking on Too Cold Scorpio and Alpha Jr. I'm getting, Yeah, this is stoked. This is going to be. You better have your Wheaties early next Saturday because it's going to be a long day between the show here. The Wrestling with Disaster, the whole gala starting at 3 in the afternoon. I watched. Let's see. Yesterday I watched ECW. No, 2 days ago I watched ECW One Night Stand 2006. I watched 2005. I saw
I just have so many questions to ask some of these guys.
Well, funny that you mentioned ECW One Night Stand, as I believe sometime later this month, OSW Review. They'll be they're doing the 2006. They just released 2005 a couple of weeks ago, so you can check that out. Yeah. YouTube OSW Review HD.
Like that Sabu.
Tell Jay Hunter that Fearon sent you there.
Yeah, Sabu versus Rey Mysterio. It was a disappointing ending of that match in 2006.
Yes.
I'm getting a chair sign period, but I'm getting it first person.
You're going to have so much that you're bringing with you. How will you be able to carry it all into the arena?
No, I'm getting the chair sign. You're bringing this.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, you're having me bring everything else. Good job.
You're bringing the kendo stick there, buddy. You're not. I'm not carrying all. I'm not the pack mule. Neither are you.
You're the intern.
Oh, good point. Okay.
I love it. But before all that's going on, how could I forget George's Cards and Collectibles? Next Saturday, the 14th. Yes. Val Venus making his way to George's in the Oxford Valley Mall from noon to 2. Dare I say, the Big Valboski penetrating the walls of the Oxford Valley Mall Sears Court.
Hello, ladies.
Plus, just added, former WWE manager, referee, and general manager Teddy Long.
Holla, holla, holla.
Will be at George's Saturday, July 12th. The Oxford Valley Mall location from noon to 3. So ample time for us to get over there after the show. Check out George's 3 locations for all your sports and wrestling memorabilia needs. Their original store at 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown, in the Oxford Valley Mall in the Sears Court on the lower level, and their newest location in the Chamonix Mall in the movie theater wing. For more information on next week's Val Venus appearance, as well as Teddy Long coming up on July 12th, give George's a call at 215-943-2475. Or visit them on the web at georgescollectibles.com. So jam-packed week next week. Holy smokes. Plus tonight, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. So would you
I was going to say, I mean, I know that a lot of folks are already getting the day going with the Legends of the Ring going on up in Monroe, New Jersey. Unfortunately, because of our obligations here, we couldn't attend that. And even if we went right from the end of the show, it'd be pretty close to wrapping up because it's all the way up in Monroe, New Jersey.
So who's on that card?
Well, it's like a festival. Okay, just got the update. We've been looks like they're just wrapping up with the game, so we've got about 6.5 minutes before we have to make our way. 12:35 start.
So why don't we discuss what happened with Joe Gibson?
Yes, at the Monster Factory. I got the chance to check that out last Saturday night, and the Iron Man match between Monster Factory heavyweight champion Brutal Joe Gibson and Ring of Honor's Brutal Bob Evans was certainly, dare I say, brutal. Gibson retained his title as the match was thrown out roughly a half hour into the hour-long Iron Man match following a vicious attack on Evans by Gibson, Supersonic champion Major McClendon, and War.
What is he good for? Absolutely nothing. I'm sorry,
you were waiting for it.
I had to do that.
Nearly breaking the arm of Brutal Bob Evans. Gibson now sets his sights, of course, after the title defense next Saturday at Wrestling with Disaster, but scheduled for the Monster Factory 2 weeks from tonight. He sets his sights on the winner of the 4-way elimination match, Luis the Punisher Martinez, who won a battle royal earlier in the night to earn a spot in the match against Rhett Titus, Mike Reed, and QT Marshall.
So he's the part of Luis Anarchy, right? Huh? Luis the Punisher, he's the Legion of Anarchy, right?
He's one half of, yes. Yes, one of your favorites. Also, AC Rock successfully retained their Monster Factory Tag Team Championships, defeating Team Benchmark with their Retro Fitness logos. Like the Retro Fitness, like the gym.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was the extra guys, or...
No, that's different. So
who's Team Benchmark?
Well, they're more notable than Ring of Honor. But yeah, they're it was a good match. We'll go with that. Now, the next Monster Factory show, as I said, 2 weeks from tonight, Saturday, June 21st. It'll feature the return of former Monster Factory students and former WWF Tag Team Champions, Mosh and Thrasher, the Headbangers. That's right, Monster Factory Pro Wrestling, 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey. For more info, check them out at monsterfactory.org. Looking forward to checking out that show, and matches should be announced in the upcoming days. Danny Cage does a great job down there.
It's the 21st?
Saturday the 21st, 2 weeks from tonight.
Oh, damn it.
You aren't able to go.
Nah, I'm gonna be down the shore that weekend.
Oh, good for you.
I'm gonna be back the 29th though, just in time for Money in the Bank, hopefully.
Oh, well, that's a plus. Which, speaking of Money in the Bank,
Bryan.
Yeah, a couple of matches announced for that. Daniel Bryan may or may not be defending his WWE World Heavyweight Championship, depending on his health. If he is able to compete, he'll be defending the title against Kane in a stretcher match.
Okay.
Interesting. All right, I've been given the 2-minute warning from Nick Cataldi here. And also, we have one qualifier so far in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Alberto Del Rio defeating Dolph Ziggler.
Who
I think you got to put that as an upset.
Yeah. SmackDown last night, though, Dolph Ziggler actually, this is how we're going to close it. Dolph Ziggler came out and said, I was never a fan of the Shield. But I got to admit, dude, what you did, you betrayed your brother. You sold out. And
that led to you sold out chance, yes.
And that led to a match between Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins. Actually, an amazing match.
Yeah, go check that one out.
Actually, I would say.
I wouldn't mind seeing more from them.
Yeah.
But Del Rio, the first one in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, if Bryan cannot defend the title, it's going to be vacated, and the winner of the Money in the Bank ladder match will become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
So does that mean we won't have Mr. Money in the Bank this year? Because personally, I really want Money in the Bank to come back to WrestleMania. That's where it started. I feel like I'd like to have,
I think the only way that's going to happen is if they do away with the themed pay-per-views.
Yeah, I just wish that happened.
The fact that you have to shoehorn Hell in a Cell in October, TLC in December, Elimination Chamber in February, as opposed to, well, let's wait for a feud to build up to that point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I really
there's
wish
a lot
Money in the Bank was like that was back at WrestleMania, because that was one of the things I looked forward to at WrestleMania.
It was definitely a lot of fun. There were some great years with that. Anyway, that's going to just about do it for us. Catch us tonight over in Bristol at the Goodwill Fire Company, Triple WA, Worldwide Wrestling Alliance. We'll be doing a little play-by-play and color commentary. Looking forward to that, and also be in the ring for that. Anyway, stay tuned. We take you now out to Ewing Softball State Championships here on 1490 WBCB.
1490 WBCB, Levittown, Fairless Hills, Trenton.